It was another significant day for Nigeria's non-interest financial market as Noor Takaful Insurance Limited hosted its fourth surplus distribution event in Lagos. This event brought together key stakeholders in the alternative finance ecosystem. In his opening remarks, the chairman of Noor Takaful, Mr. Muhtar Bakare, described the surplus distribution of 109.84 million naira for year 2020 as the largest ever and an attestation to the commitment of the company to deepening financial inclusion.
By the grace of God, we shall commence the distribution of the largest ever surplus in our industry to qualifying participants who took various general and family takaful covers between January 1st, 2020 and December 31st, 2020. This is the fourth consecutive year that Noor Takaful Insurance Limited is distributing a surplus on our general takaful business, and the first time we are distributing to the participants in our family takaful schemes. This year, we have our regulator's permission to distribute 74,121,000 naira to our general takaful participants, while our family takaful participants will get 35,725,000, making a total of 109,846,000 naira. As a takaful insurance company, the essence of our business is to provide our participants with tenable options which are not only consistent with their own values, but also give them support when they need help and provide material comfort and succor through timely payment of claims. I assure you, our prospective and current participants, that Noor Takaful Insurance Limited will proactively take all the necessary steps, including raising adequate capital and putting in place appropriate retakaful covenants required to cover the types of risks we carry. We have all the resources we need and the corporate governance structure in place to ensure that we continue to meet all our obligations as they fall due. It is pertinent to note that in 2021, we paid over 1.9 billion naira in claims, with a claims ratio of 22%, one of the best, if not the best, in the entire insurance industry.
In his goodwill message, Pastor Poju Oyemade of the Covenant Christian Center commended Noor Takaful for its drive for serving the excluded segment of the Nigerian financial system and believed the business entity will achieve sustainability because of its value proposition.
I must commend, I have not heard of any business organization running this way before. So it is something that is commendable, and it also signifies personally to me that this organization will last for a very long time, because what destroys organizations in business is greed. And when you have a business that is running this way with deep consideration for people who have been left out of the general economy, and so you have a compassionate side to their business approach, I think we'll be having these meetings here for a very, very long time. So I'd like to congratulate the Noor Takaful Insurance Company and say that God bless you, and looking forward to more years of fruitful business endeavor. Amen.
This is Hajara Adeola, the MD/CEO of Lotus Capital. In her remarks, believed the S&P projection of an over $2.2 trillion valued non-interest finance market, with growth expected to hit 12% this year, showed immense opportunities for the Takaful segment.
Men, women, children, and so many other groups, communities, and projects that can be included and enabled. The world has already recognized the possibilities of this type of finance and has contributed to its rapid growth. S&P Global Ratings forecast that the over $2.2 trillion global non-interest finance industry will expand 10 to 12% this year alone. That growth is more than the economies of Kenya, Ghana, Cameroon, and Ivory Coast combined. Within this global landscape, there are over 320 Takaful operators in 72 countries. Out of this number, 5 Takaful operators are in Nigeria, working hard to extend insurance penetration across the country. This is what non-interest finance is. It's a positive force that is spreading across the globe, empowering people, enabling communities, and building cities. It is doing this under the central theme of inclusiveness by ensuring that more people participate in formal financial transactions without compromising their faith. Without it, like me, many would simply opt out. That could not be good for the economy.
Mr. Aminu Tukur, the Vice Chairman Noor Takaful, in his presentation, highlighted how the company has evolved from a 12 million naira surplus distribution in 2017 to 109.84 million naira in 2020.
So the 2020 surplus, what are the figures? What are we looking at? For the first time since we commenced business, we'll be distributing surplus on not just the general Takaful, we'll be distributing surplus on the family Takaful business as well. And it involves businesses or policies taken from January 1st, 2020 to 31st December 2020. So that whole year, every policy taken in 2020. Distribution of surplus is calculated after the last policy of 2020 has been taken. This is something we explain on an annual basis, because what we have to do is to ensure equity and fairness. We have to wait for all the policies taken in that particular year to expire. The last policy taken in 2020 was December 31st, 2020. And let's assume it's a one-year policy, so it will only expire on December 31st, 2021. So technically, we can only commence the calculation and valuation of the surplus on January 1st, 2022. For 2020, averagely, every participant that will be receiving surplus will be getting about 16%, as against 13% of 2019, and 10% of 2018, and I think it was 9% of 2017. So what this has shown is continuously we have been able to provide higher surplus distribution to our participants. So this graph just gives an illustration of what we have done in the last 4 years in terms of surplus distribution. For 2017, what we distributed was 12 million naira. For 2018, what we distributed 15.4 million naira. 2019, we distributed 36 million naira. And alhamdulillah, this year we're distributing 109, the highest ever by anybody in this country. And this is a summary of the general Takaful, what we have done. We've decided to show this to show the reserves that we have been putting in place to ensure that we maintain a healthy risk fund. So for this year, we're putting a reserve of 10 million naira, distributing 74 million naira on the general Takaful surplus. So over the years, in general Takaful, we have distributed 137 million naira. This 137 million naira has been distributed. We're now in the process of distributing, commencing today, 74 million naira on a pro rata basis to participants who have not made any claim in 2020.
Mrs. Yetunde Ilori, the Director General of the Nigerian Insurers Association, commended the company for giving the insurance industry a good narrative in the country.
It's my pleasure on behalf of the entire insurance industry to congratulate the company. By the time you announce the sum you are distributing this year, everybody celebrated you. And I think that's an achievement for the insurance industry. It's a sign of living up to expectation. And we wish you the very best. We know next year will not be an exception, but will also be an exceptional year where you'll have made more money, to having enough to keep as reserve and also to distribute as surplus.
The event featured presentation of checks to some of the qualified corporate participants like Sterling Bank, Taj Bank, Jais Bank, Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, CityServe Limited, Vanguard Pharmaceuticals, amongst others. Mrs. Hajara Adeola, MD CEO Lotus Capital, Mr. Rilwan Sunmonu, the MD Noor Takaful, Mr. Muhtar Ahmed, the chairman of Noor Takaful, and Mr. Aminu Tukur, the vice chairman Noor Takaful, shared their perspectives on the fourth surplus distribution, impact on the non-interest finance markets, insurance industry, and what to expect in 2022 and beyond.
One of the key differences between Takaful Insurance and conventional insurance is that it's more of a mutual assurance scheme. And as you share the risks with your co-policy holders, if there is a surplus, then the Takaful company also shares the surplus with the policy holders. So it's a really, really amazing achievement. It's also a testament to good and prudent management of the funds because it's a matter of claims, reserves, and also investment profit from the funds that have been invested. I commend them for showing the distinction between the two business models. I think it's exciting for policyholders and definitely encouraging for the market as a whole.
The Takaful model have different types, and the model we run at Noor Takaful is basically the Wakala model. What the Wakala model means is we are like fund managers. We earn what we call professional fee. It is this professional fee which is an income to us. It is from this fee that we expend on our various expenses. Talk about overhead expenses. The Takaful model has two different funds. Let me put it that way. We have what we call the risk fund and the operators fund. For example, when a premium, which we call contribution, is paid to us, it is divided into two separate funds. There's a fund that is called the risk fund, and the other fund is called the operators fund. The risk fund basically belongs to the participants, while the operators fund belongs to us. It is from that operators fund, which is our own fund, that we invest. We pay salaries and all other overhead expenses. So whatever is left there is what we will declare as profit as an operator.
The experience of Noor Takaful in the insurance industry is an indication that Nigerians are not averse to the idea of insurance with the right package and the right values. So I think the future of the industry is actually very positive, very good. And also the uncertainties that we've seen in the last few years also has made it clearer to our people about the need to have some level of certainty in our lives and also some protection against the unpredictable. So I actually think that with the options that Noor Takaful and other Takaful insurance companies provide to people that have certain values and of certain faith, it's now possible for us to deepen the insurance market. So I think it's very positive in that sense.
109 is distributed between General Takaful and Family Takaful. General Takaful is distributing 74 million naira, and Family Takaful is distributing 35 million naira. So we've been distributing General Takaful over the years. So this is the first time we're distributing General Takaful. We believe that with the way things are going, with our results, underwriting results, which is what is surplus, this surplus distribution will continue to increase, will give better value to our participants across board.
Ms. Hajara Adeola was talking about the need to invest more in technology and also train the next generation of leaders. So let's talk about investment in technology and capacity building for the industry. How is Noor Takaful taking that alongside its other industry players?
So clearly, we all know that the younger generation under 30 make up the majority of the population. And what ties them to life today is their mobile phones. So what we're doing at Noor Takaful is we're engaging a lot of young people trying to understand what their requirements is, what their needs are, trying to see how we can offer them insurance or Takaful insurance that appeals to them. We're at the moment improving on our technological base and trying to make it more fun to work with. Young people want to see things that are fun and exciting to work with. So we're trying to do that. And I believe in a few months, by the end of the year, inshallah, we should have something out there in the markets.
A breakdown of the surplus distribution showed Noor Takaful paid 74.121 million naira to its general participants and 35.725 million naira to its family participants, which totaled 109.84 million naira. This is a positive development for the Takaful segment of the industry. With increased awareness and investments in technology and capacity building, the company could achieve over 200 million naira in surplus distribution for financial year 2021.